Here you go, guys. This is House Resolution 838, the Threat Assessment, Prevention, and Safety Act of 2019. Sponsor, Representative Babin. Brian, Republican from Texas. Looks like the 36th District. He introduced this January 29th of 2019. Now, it's the same old communist crap. To develop a national strategy, oh my, to prevent targeting, violence through behavioral threat assessment and management, and for other purposes. Gee, what could those other purposes be? Yeah. Yeah, identifying individuals who are exhibiting patterns of concerning behavior that indicates an interest, motive, intention, or capability of carrying out an act of violence. Investigating and gathering information from multiple sources to assess whether an individual described in the subparagraph poses a threat. And want to use early childhood education program, elementary school, local education agencies, secondary schools, so on and so forth. Also, the institution of higher education. Well, yeah, that's where all the communist ideas are coming from, is from the colleges. Mental health service professionals. The term mental health service professional has a meaning given in the term 79(9)(b) of the Public Health Service Act. Oh, it's in the U.S. Code, too. Oh, that makes it good. People, you don't understand something. You know what this is? It's called the spy game. This is called the spy game. This is socialism at a gallop. Like your red flag laws, your other mental health things going on. This is what this is about. It's a communist, socialist spy game. Get all the information you can on your comrade who might live next door. Let's get on to something here, just for a second. I want you to see what this is. This is called Follow the Progress with a Handy Communist Checklist. I'm going to go over here a second. This is let me back up. This was read into congressional records. It appeared in congressional records January 10th, 1963. Now I want you to see something here. Support any socialist movement to give centralized control over any part of the culture, education, social agencies, welfare programs, mental health clinics. Okay? Let's get down here. Transfer some of the powers of arrest from the police to social agency. Treat all behavioral problems as psychiatric disorders which no one but psychologists can understand or treat. Dominate the psychiatrist profession and use mental health laws as a means of gaining coercive control over those who oppose communist goals. You see where this is going. It has been. I tried to slam this into your brain over and over and over and over. That's what all this mental health and stuff is about. It comes from the communist. They had 45 communist goals. Okay? One of them was to capture one or both of the political parties in the United States. They have for these got the Democrats. Use the technical decisions of the courts to weaken the basic American institution by claiming that their activities violate civil rights. Get control of the schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communist propaganda. Present homosexuality, degenerate, and other as normal, natural, healthy. Well, here's the thing. When they start talking about homosexuals and lesbians and all that good stuff. Those are the people that have mental health problems. They don't know if they're a man, they don't know if they're a boy, they just want to be something. And like that crazy lady there, Maine representative or senator up there, she's afraid of people men walking around with hands in their pockets because they might have something in their pocket they want to pull out. Well, lady, number one, you are prone to having some mental disorders yourself, and you should resign from your position, go home, board up your windows, lock your doors, and stay put. You don't have the mental facilities to operate in this kind of a climate. You're afraid of yourself. Next thing you know, you'll see a spider and you'll freak out. But this is the stuff that's going on in this country. And just like the Patriot Act and the red flag laws and the Threat Assessment Prevention and Safety Act, your founding fathers told you over and over and over, never accept the government's infringing upon any of your freedoms or liberties as necessary or justified. And speaking of something being necessary or justified, if you look at your gun laws, they put it under the Commerce Clause. Well, the Commerce Clause is only meant to stop the states from adding taxes and tariffs and stop fighting among themselves. That's the original intent. So sticking a firearm law in there is just null and void. As for the necessary and proper clause, there's nothing necessary or proper about firearm laws because we already have that in the Constitution. That the Second Amendment says, the rights of the people, to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, which means the people in Congress or the Senate or any other federal agency up there, they are constitutionally barred from infringing upon your firearms rights. Had any of the justices in the Supreme Court had read what was in the Federalist Papers instead of going to school and just studying what other judges said about it, making the judges the law, we wouldn't be in this predicament. That's where we're at. Never accept the government from infringing upon any of your liberties or your freedoms. Now, if people say, well, we've got to do something about what's going on in the schools and what's going on in the country. Well, that's a problem. The problem is Congress isn't doing anything. They get in there and you send them up there to run the government. Okay? But they get focused on one thing and stick their nose into things that they are constitutionally barred from doing. And one is firearm laws, period. They are not allowed to do it. They are constitutionally barred, period. Now, if they wanted to stop all the violence and stuff, number one, if you have a bunch of people in a city and things aren't good in that city and you don't have much area to move around, it causes rebellion. And then people start getting territorial over their little area. Just like rats. You stick a whole lot of rats into a place, they become territorial, they also turn homosexual. They do every crazy thing that a human would do if they're all bunched up into one little area. Number two, Congress could be making real jobs. They needed to do away with all the free trade treaties that are in the United States of America. And then these any of these companies that move out, just tariff the living hell out of them until they come home. If they want to do business in the United States, that's fine and good and provide jobs. But to take the jobs overseas and spread the wealth over there, that's a bunch of crap. That weakens our country. They know it, you know it, but somebody got their pockets padded to do it. And they don't care about you. Their needs are already met with having all that money. And whereas you're here and you're stuck with everything that these congressmen and senators have passed. Never accept the government infringing upon any of your freedoms or your liberties as being necessary or justified. I can't say that enough. Do not let this pass. Do not let them red flags pass. Congress could get rid of the Patriot Act and all those other unconstitutional laws in the blink of an eye, but they're focused on sticking their nose into your business. It's called the spy game. They want to get all the information they can on you, but they keep theirs hid. You know, this thing from childhood until you're an adult, profiling, no. We're not in Mother Russia. We don't embrace socialism, and we need to get every damn socialist son of a bitch out of our country right now. Well, maybe not get out of the country, but you get them out of places that Congress or any place that can pass a law, even if they work in a city, they should not be in control of anything nor have a vote to put people into bondage. That's what's going on, and it scares the hell out of everybody. Everybody says, well, we'll let the other guy do it. Well, the other guy's busy too, but he might join you if you start opening up your mouth and standing up. If he stands up, you'll stand up. Get off your asses, people. Let's take this country back. Well, thank you very much for watching, and listen to my rant, and you'll find a lot of truth in it. Thanks for watching.